194th edition. Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, March the 24th, 2021. Sego, Tewatohnhi'saktha. Welcome to today's edition of the COVID-19 Task Force Update on this, our 194th edition of Kahnawake 911. This afternoon, our guests will be Daryl Leclair from Tewatohnhi'saktha and Lisa Skye, the activity aide over at the KMHC. And we will begin our show today with Daryl Leclair. Daryl?
Thank you, Dave. I'm here to update the community on applications for the Indigenous Community Business Fund, better known as ICBF. You've previously, Maris Jacobs and Neil McCumber have been on the show talking about the application process, which concluded on Monday, March 15th. Since then, we've been reviewing the applications that all came in through Planet Consulting. Just a special thank you to Maris and her team for their hard work, their dedication, and everything they did in helping our business community apply for funds. To remind you, there was $1 million was made available to the business community. In the end, what we ended up receiving was an applications worth $3.2 million. At first, we really weren't sure what kind of applications we were going to get and in what amounts. So obviously, we're very thrilled that the community had a lot of interest in this fund, and we hope to be able to help a lot of businesses through it. To remind you, there was 5 different funds that were available: passive for passive operations, for business structure, immediate active, as well as technical services. The final one was our growth fund. The first 4 were available in the amount of $10,000, and the final one was available in the amount of $25,000. And it was also, the last one was matched with a 50-50 ratio of funds that we would be able to provide, as well as funds that the applicants would have to provide. As I mentioned, we've had $3.2 million in requests. As of now, the team has previewed all of the applications to verify that all the information contained within the applications was completed, and in some cases having to go back and asking for more information. We are going to begin the process of going through the approvals beginning tomorrow, with the intention that all the funds would be approved by, I believe it is Wednesday, in any case, March 31st. Because of the amount of funds we received, we had during the application process, we weren't really sure how many applications we were going to receive. A number of businesses did ask us, I'm not sure if I should apply or not. At this time, because of the amount of applicants we've gotten, if you were in that situation and you'd like us to withdraw your application, now would be the time to let us know, and we ask you to do so by Monday. But that being said, we are considering all applications from this point forth. And as I said, we will have answers by Wednesday, March 31st. So as you know, there are $3.2 million of requests for $1 million. There are some difficult decisions ahead in terms of us having to be able to give out those funds. It is our intention, we hope to help as many of the businesses as possible who applied. But as I mentioned, there will be some difficult decisions again. Thank you to the community, to the business community, for your interest in these funds, and we will be in contact with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daryl, for that update. And now we'll present to you Lisa Skye. And Lisa Skye was here to talk about some of the activities over at the KMHC. And she also has a very wonderful video to share with us. Lisa?
Hold on. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to introduce the activity team to you at KMHC. Helen Shahab is our team leader, Kelly Stacy, Kahnawà McCumber, Tim Armstrong, and most recently, Vanessa Rice, who is our volunteer coordinator, but spends much time assisting us doing activities, has joined us this past 12 months, and of course myself. We are the staff who are responsible for bringing quality recreational activities to your loved ones. Our elders are our most precious resource in our community, and we take our role very seriously. In order to foster a greater well-being and a greater quality of life, we do our best to provide an assortment of activities. When we plan our activities, we purposely try to maintain the components that are all essential for all our basic needs: the physical, the psychological, the social, and the spiritual needs of all our residents. Our activities take place 7 days a week, 4 evenings a week, up to 8 o'clock at night. Our roles may vary from day to day. We may be the party planner, the hostess, the exercise instructor, the game show hostess, a friend, an advocate, and sometimes a grief counselor, a teacher, but many times we are a student, and at times we can even be a referee. As activity aides, we all adapt. We're versatile, and we do whatever it takes to bring joy to all our loved ones. Over the past 12 months, we have had to adapt and think outside the box. On Unit 1 and Unit 2, we are no longer able to work together. We had to be separated. In order to do that, we had to really adapt. Safety measures and protocols were all put in place, so that enabled us to stay on our respective floors. Our activities had to be made into smaller groups. We were spread out, which wasn't always easy, but we made it, and it made for challenging situations, but we did it, and we continue to do it to keep everyone safe. Just to name a few of the activities that we do on a regular basis, of course, bingo is always a hit. Bowling, darts, OKO, baking, puppets, snoozling, daily exercise, Friday movie matinees, trivia, name that tune, and many other activities, not to mention an occasional poker game, which is so much appreciated, so much so that we recently acquired a new poker table. Music with Tim. Tim Armstrong is one of our activity workers. One of the new things and how we adapted with Tim was he spends a lot of time playing music for the elders in their bedroom, providing music and entertainment on a one-on-one basis. He also does Wednesday evening jamborees with Tim. Last summer, the Healing Garden was a godsend to our residents. We spent many hours working on the plants that were already there, and we planted a vegetable garden. We planted vegetables in raised beds, in potted plants, and many of our residents took pride and really participated in a hands-on activity, maintaining and watching the plants grow. In the late summer and into the fall, they harvested the radishes, the tomatoes, the cucumbers. They weeded, they deadheaded, they raked, they digged, they watered. They all had a big part in that summer. Many hours were spent on our glider in the Healing Garden, singing, reminiscing, enjoying the sun on our shoulders and the fresh air. We also spent a lot of time on the balconies at KMHC, watching the cars go by, waving to the community, members passing on their bikes, women pushing their babies, some people stopping to talk and showing off their families. Some family members pulled up on their truck, jumped on the back of their beds just to get a better, closer look at their parents or their grandparents. And of course, that brought many tears to many eyes, especially ours. This does not sound like much, but the joy of lifting their spirits is undeniable and unmeasurable. Many birthdays were celebrated on the balconies with multi-generational families and huge signs, "Happy birthday," "Mom, we love you," horns honking, people waving, tears flowing. These were priceless moments for many of our residents. Last summer, we had several outdoor concerts provided by Moochie Goodleaf, with family and staff dancing in the streets. This was almost like an impromptu block party. What joy it brought. We were so grateful for Moochie's generosity. And just last month, Moochie was allowed back in person. So of course he played his tunes with his dad by his side. It seems to have brought a little bit of normalcy back into KMHC, into our walls. In July, we enjoyed a powwow in the streets provided by John McCumber and his wonderful dance troupe friends. Residents were watching from the balconies, from their bedrooms, from the activity room on the second floor. This was an extraordinary event that provided so much pride and happiness to everyone. I'm pretty sure it aired on the PA system, so that all the residents who weren't directly in the front looking out the window could also hear from their bedrooms. The beat of the drum was just the medicine that we needed. Within the last few months, residents have been participating in a spiritual service with the assistance of Robert Patton. Robert, along with the congregation of the United Church, has provided an opportunity for Sunday service. We log out to Zoom and we screen mirror on our smart TVs, where they sing and they pray together with other Kahnawake near and far. Several weeks ago, Robert messaged me and said, "Hey, what do you think about doing a hymn sing?" I said, "Sure, let's do it." Again, we zoomed it in. It's almost like karaoke, but the words come across the screen and the videos play and the songs and the residents sing along, and they really enjoy it. Zoom and FaceTime have become our link to families, all our residents. The applications that are so useful to our residents have become a new activity within our department. It has empowered our residents who thought they would never use a computer. Some of our residents have gained so much independence and confidence using these devices. Some of them can even be left alone in their room. We turn it on, we leave, and they talk for hours. Class Dojo is an online communication platform where families can be connected, again, through video and pictures in private settings. This provides families with up-to-date progress and activities. This too has been part of our daily routine. Post pictures that are connected to post pictures and stay connected to families. If you're interested in becoming part of the Class Dojo for any of your family members who are at the hospital, please contact Don Marquis or Mendy. Recently, our residents were invited to take part in the Community Beadwork Challenge. They did so by coloring and painting the floral design that many community members also beaded along. One of our residents did such an amazing job that she did it on canvas. This was submitted to Jessica Hernandez and will be included in the display whenever that takes place. Most recently, our volunteer coordinator, Vanessa Rice, also organized a piano recital via Zoom with one of her volunteers, Daryl Bordeaux, where she played piano from her home, and again, we zoomed it into Unit 1 and Unit 2. One of our new winter activities included Spa Day. This was an activity created by Kelly, Howie, Vanessa. The activity provided our residents an opportunity to feel beautiful and promote self-care and brings normalcy to their day. The day before, they make an appointment, they sign in. We do this in small groups. They are greeted by somebody at the spa. They sit, they chat, while others are waiting their turn. They flip through magazines. It provides them with, again, with a sense of normalcy. They get their manicures, their hands are soaked, their nails are filed, polished, their hair is done with barrettes. They feel beautiful. Even some of the guys are enjoying a good manicure. Of course, they all have their own assigned supplies during these COVID times, and of course, small groups and 2 meters apart. Often they have refreshments. There could be juice, water, coffee, cakes. Sometimes you even smell a crock pot full of soup on the counter. Many of the conversations that take place are in Kahnawake. And just to have that sense of, again, I call it normalcy, when they can sit next to somebody like they're at the hairdressers, all done in the language. It's priceless. The conversations create socializations with staff and other residents. The activities aimed at providing wonderful relations for themselves, and it just promotes a wonderful type of normalcy. We've had parties such as Halloween parties, Valentine parties, most recently St. Patrick's Day party. We adapted this by separating them again into smaller groups. The festivities are still ongoing. We play games, we had music, we had special treats. This year, our Valentine party was a little bit different. Rather than naming our king and queen, we tried to go a little bit away from the colonial system, and we received a gastoa and a beaded crown made, and then we decided to give them new titles. I'm gonna mess this up. Tojeroto and Jagojeroto. We bestowed upon them these crowns and gastoa that were, again, generously donated. And this was a little bit different, but we thought it would be such a nice thing, and we honored the people that were selected. We had 2 people from the Unit 1 and 2 people from Unit 2, and we honored them by doing that. We'd like to show a little video right now of some of the activities that we do. So if you guys want to run that video.
Hi, Kahnawake. I came at sea for the whole pandemic. It's been rather rewarding to be here. I came at sea because it's been I've joined one big family throughout the whole pandemic. I was only supposed to be here for 2 weeks, but I've been here for the whole pandemic, like I said. Some things that I'm looking forward to doing is reconnecting with going outside and reconnecting with some friends that I can't see right now at some point. So take care, Kahnawake, and peace out. Audrey, that's a thing to do, Audrey. La 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 la, and memory day. La 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 la.
Yeah?
You know?
Yes, I do.
What's
know
your real name?
Yes, Ronald.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Say hi to Nelva.
Nova,
Yes.
the big baby.
All right.
My game.
Okay, we'll wave at them.
Bonjour, president.
Okay. Okay. So who would you like to say hello to?
Was on Lincoln?
Yes?
Okay.
Who else?
I got to name all of you.
A few.
Lincoln, Lane, George, Jimmy, Henry, and Michael.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Phyllis.
You're welcome.
Okay, good luck at bingo.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Francis, who would you like to say hello to?
My husband Mike, Ryan, and Jonathan, Leonda, and Jelly Bean.
Jelly.
My husband Victor Dibo Jr. and my little puppy Smokey.
Who would you like to say hello to, Helen?
I'd like to say hello to Patricia and Candace, and those are my two, and they have the little ones, a lot of little ones,
That's
the
nice.
dogs.
Yeah, well, Helen.
So at this time, I would like to acknowledge many of our staff for their commitment to our residents. It's not just the activity department that takes time to talk to the staff and make them feel good, but we have so many other amazing staff at KMHC. This year, Donna Jacobs, one of our singers in our community, she works as housekeeping, and she gave a concert on the first floor at Christmas time, which was enjoyed by all the residents down there on the first floor. We have housekeeping staff, Trudy McGregor, who often goes into the rooms, cracks jokes with the patients, talks to them, takes the time to listen. It's not just, what I'm trying to tell you is that it's not just the activity department. Whether you're having a bad day, a lonely day, if they're grief-stricken, if they're just not having a good day at all, everybody kicks in. We have maintenance and kitchen staff that do that. You know, it's everybody has a listening ear. Our PABs are amazing. Our nurses are amazing. Occupational, physio, they all put smiles on everybody's faces. They sing songs. They crack jokes. They do everything and anything in their power to help residents smile and have a wonderful day. The overall wellness, the continuity of care for your loved ones is taken on by the whole team. It is a really true group effort. Some of the upcoming events I'd like to tell you about this summer that we would like to do is expand our garden. We want more flowers, we want more vegetables in there, more raised gardens for both Unit 1 and Unit 2. Get our residents out on the hospital van, on the bus, and let them see the community. They've been in those walls for 12 months now. We'd like to get them out on the bike path, get them back fishing. We also want to have a big summer tombola inside the hospital in the grounds for our patients, where we have games of chance and prizes to be won and party atmosphere. We're also looking into planning a Hawaiian themed party. And just recently, within the last few days, I've been talking to John McCumber, and again, we're looking at having hopefully we'll have another powwow this summer. And also, we'd like to implement a walking group on the bike path along the shoreline. This is a real group effort. There's so many people I'd like to take a moment to thank right now. This winter, the schools made cards for the residents, Christmas cards. The children colored, they drew, they wrote little messages, and those messages were read to the patients. Community members made donations of bingo prizes. They gave monetary prizes to the KMF for the activity program. Thank you for that, Nyawgowa. Brennan and Summer Lazar last summer made raised garden beds for our garden project. That was greatly appreciated. This way the patients didn't have to bend down into the pots. The garden beds were level with them. Tahoe Designs made a donation of the Gustoa that I mentioned earlier, and Guahuawi Stacy made the beautiful beaded crown. Those we'll have forever, and we'll continue our tradition of naming our people on Valentine's Day. And Brittany Zachary made chocolate-covered strawberries for our Valentine party. We can't forget Moochie for his commitment, unwavering support to the residents at KMHC. He's there all the time. And again, John McCumber for organizing the powwow last summer. Trudy Thomas, she made sure we had Christmas decorations this year on all the doors. The Rice family, Josie Rice's family, always gave bingo prizes and assortment throughout the year. Many wheels of chance throughout the community. Nick Knorr and Natalie Brooks, Kelly Morris have given generously donations, monetary donations to KMF for the activity program. All these, and if there's any more, I know there was also anonymous donation. Somebody bought little Christmas trees for each patient at Christmas time. That was an anonymous donation. And forgive me if I didn't mention you, but there's so many community members near and far who have contributed to our patients, our residents' happiness. We are all in this together, and we can't do it without you. Now I'll go to all who helped out during the week, in the past 12 months, during the past 12 months. In order for us to get some type of normalcy back to our elders, let's do our part and let's get vaccinated. We owe it to them. I guarantee you, if it was the other way around, they would get vaccinated for you. Please get your vaccination so we can provide some type of normalcy back into KMHC. Nyaogoa.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Definitely very nice to see the pictures and watch the video and see our elders smiling and having a great time. Thanks to you and all the staff who work to make our elders, stay at the KMHC a much happier and eventful stay during these difficult COVID times. Just a reminder before we go, we have another special vaccination clinic tomorrow. It's going to be for walk-ins, and that's going to be from 10:30 to 3:30, and this is for residents of Kahnawake who have yet to have received their first dose. So if you've already received your first dose and you're going to go tomorrow, you will not be getting your second dose. This is only for those who have yet to have their first dose. And if you already made an appointment for tomorrow and it's been confirmed, please go to your appointed time. There should not be any difficulties and no waiting. It's business as usual. A couple more reminders before we let you go for the rest of the day. If you want to book your appointment, you can't make the special walk-in tomorrow, that's fine. You can do so by visiting kahnawake911.com/vaccine. Click the links to the Click Santé website, and you will be able to book your appointment there. You can also call the KMHC at 450-638-3930, extension 2295 or 2206. And as usual, following our show, we will be continuing to show the vaccination testimonials, and if you'd like to submit yours, you can do so by visiting our Kahnawake 911 Facebook page and using the messenger service to send us your testimonial, video, picture, your words, or you can send it to us through the email, regular email, and that's questions@mck.ca. And that's it for today's update. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you again shortly. Nyaogoa Danu, Onagiwahi.